So I'm going to try something new where I just talk because I've been trying to be really polished a lot lately with my videos for my blog. And yesterday I had a conversation with someone that reminded me that I have my own insecurities that I'm dealing with. And part of why I'm trying to be so polished is kind of that imposter syndrome, but also because the last time I was really posting online, I was 10 pounds lighter, lived in all the way across the world from where I live now, was not in my mid 40s. I mean, I was 40, but I didn't feel the changes that are happening to me right now. And I've got some insecurities with that because I know in this space, people sometimes the expectation can be that you look perfect. And while I didn't think that I looked perfect back then, I certainly think I looked more perfect than I do now. And it's not that I've changed, that I haven't been training or working out, that I'm not strong. I mean, I've got some nice muscles going on, but a lot of things have changed in my life. I have a completely new, I mean, I've been here 2 years, but life is very different where I live now than where I was living before. My body's different. My diet is different. I don't have access to all the same things I used to. And for whatever reason, being here has made it a lot harder to meal plan, a lot harder to stay on top of the things. And then I've stressed myself out trying to get tons of protein. And then I started eating more than I needed to just to try to get the amount of protein that I thought I needed. So there's just a lot of factors and a lot of habits that I've let slip. Because at the time that I was posting before, during COVID, during COVID, I was able to have the space to make some dramatic life changes. I was working out like I always had, but what I changed was I followed a really strict meal plan. And with that, I got smaller than I ever could have imagined. But I was also not ever eating out. I was not being social because we only had our family to be with. I was able to really separate when I wanted to. I didn't have a drink every night. If I had a drink, I only had one, and it was because I knew I had a number of calories left to do, and so it was kind of an artificial space for me to get more lean than I had ever been in my life. And as life kind of started opening back up and you start going out and being social again, and all those expectations that people have of you that can affect your ability to continue on this path that you have felt has been a really good one. And there's a lot of pressure to be the fun person at the party. So I've been waiting for a little bit of a wake up call to be able to make that drastic change again. And I'm realizing that one of the things that I talk about is at this point in life, a huge overhaul is just not possible. And I don't have time. I don't have energy to figure out exactly what I'm going to eat when. I don't have the space, the mental space to really dive into that kind of restriction again either, because it was very restrictive, even though I enjoyed it. And there are many principles that I want to follow. I can't live on 1,500 calories a day indefinitely. And so when I'm making my programs and talking to people about habits, it really is about going to the small thing and being okay with it taking some time and being okay with one small change at a time so that you're building on that. Like I have workout habits established. I don't have to question whether or not I'm going to work out. Maybe I'm questioning what kind of program I want to do or what to do next, but I'm never going to just not work out because I feel my best when I'm working out. So that's a habit I don't have to worry about. And like I said, maybe I struggle with like what exactly it should be, but I'm always going to be doing something. It feels good. That's when I'm at my healthiest. It's some of these other changes as my body's changing, figuring out what I need, how to manage so that I don't go from being 10 pounds more than I was back then to being 20 pounds more without even realizing it. And not that that's a big deal or anything. If I'm being healthy, then I am happy. And at this point in my life, it is about being healthy and strong and capable and not about a certain look. And that is hard to remember in this space, that it's not about a look, and I'm not eating to deprive myself so that I can be smaller. I'm eating to fuel myself so that I can be stronger. And I don't necessarily care if I look that way. And, I work with a lot of people individually, in person, one-on-one. People come to my classes. People trust me to help them with these things. The way I look now. So back then, I didn't have as many clients because I didn't have time. This was a side gig for me. Now this is my full-time job. And I'm seeing the benefits of, yes, people have body changes, but what's really happening for people? They're seeing their blood work get better. They're seeing going from a pre-diabetic state to being not even anywhere near that. And yes, there are other things that are happening, but they're training and they're building new habits. I'm seeing people go from high anxiety, stress, to relaxing into being okay with just going for a 10-minute walk after they drop their kids off at the bus and letting that be where they start and build that into something that becomes a source for mental health and physical health and losing weight without even really trying. And so this is an opportunity for me to share with myself how I'm feeling about these things and kind of process through some of the things that were affecting me yesterday. The end.